In this video we'll be looking at inverse functions. So to begin with, recall that a function that reverses the effect of a function is called its inverse. And we write that mathematically as if we have a function f, we write its inverse as f to the minus 1. Be careful with this notation here, don't get confused and think that f to the minus 1 means 1 over f. That's not the case with function notation. And in order for a function to have an inverse, it must be a 1-1 function, which means each input must be linked with exactly one output. So before we actually calculate any inverse functions, let's just have a look at a few of the consequences of what that means. So if we have some function, the domain of f and the range of f, that means the inverse function should get us back to where we started. And that means that the domain of the inverse function must be the same as the numbers we can get out of the original function, and the values that we get as the range of the inverse function must be the original numbers we started with, as in the domain of the function. Okay, so it's important to be aware that the domain of f is equivalent to the range of the inverse function, and the range of the original function is equivalent to the domain of the inverse function. They swap around.